Let's say, for example, I have a drum program. Now, before I play the keyboard, now I can also say I'm going to have the pads on my MPD32 trigger a drum. I'll bring up a drum module in my digital audio workstation, and I'm going to pick a... Now I have some drum sounds. And now I'm in note. I can change a note. And as I hit the pad, I can change the note that I'm hitting. And that note in a drum module will be different. There'll be different drum sounds, obviously, at each note. Pad number 16, again, I've got that same note there. If I hit it harder, it's right there. Now, we're going to do the momentary and toggle field. Now, this is to do with the pressure, and it has to do more or less with the play mode. So what happens here is that here you can select whether the pad transmits note-on-note information, note-on or note-off information in the standard momentary way, like a keyboard. That means I can hit this, take my hand off, and it stops playing. That's a momentary. That means so it sounds momentarily until I stop playing, then it stops sounding. Okay. Then I also have toggle. And in toggle is where the first hit of the pad outputs a note, and the second hit of the pad turns it off. So that means when I hit the pad the first time, it stays on. Now watch this. I'll turn the data wheel here, volume knob, and I'll hit the note, and it stays on. I gotta hit it again, and it turns off. Okay? On, off. Go back to momentary, hit it one time. Once I hit it, take my hand off, it stops playing. Momentary. The next parameter we have is our pressure field. And here in the pressure field, we can set it to be channel pressure message, which is CPR, or PPR, which is polyphonic pressure message. Once you get the setting we like, you want to keep it, we press enter. And we can also do off also. So say I want to keep it off. This guy I want to keep it this. And I can save it by just pressing enter right there. See that? If I want to save it overall, I would just press preset and just save it right there in that preset, which, in this case, which is reasons 2. The next parameter I can edit for my pad 16, is program change. So I'll press enter, and we'll check this out. Now, as you can see here, the same as always, we have the MIDI channel. Of course, we can do A or B, 1 through 16A, 1 through 16B. Next, we have our program change field. Now, in this field, you can set which program change number the pad will transmit when it's pressed. So if I have a particular number I want to transmit, I can say, well, we're going to transmit this number or that number. We can transmit this program change number, and that pad will transmit that program change. Now, program change could be in a keyboard. It could be turning a keyboard sound from a piano to an electric piano. That pad could actually trigger that change. Or in a drum program, it might trigger the disco drums as compared to the rap drums. So it depends on what program number it is in the DAW you're working with, your digital audio workstation, or your module, let's say an MPC, it will trigger change to change that program. The next field here is our bank M field. And the bank M field describes the most significant bit of information. I use the up and down arrows to select that field, and then I can use the value knob to select the most significant bit of information that's going to go out. Now, this is just about bit information that's transmitted through our MIDI cable. And the next one is our bank L. And this is our least significant bit, okay, LSMB, of information. turn my data wheel here, and I can transfer this information. Now you can also configure the paths to send program change messages only without having the bank M or the bank L. While editing bank M and bank L fields on the pad, use value dial to set the bank M and bank L to off. So I would use these dials here and set them to M or set them to off if I wanted to. Hit my pad. Right. And here. And bring it back down here. So keeping it 0 just keeps them pretty much at off, as you can see. That's beyond 0.